I am Brittany Saxton. I'm the owner of 600 Downtown in Bellefontaine, Ohio. This is my 21st year in industry. I'm a 5-time world pizza champion with 2 world records, and I've been on Guys Grocery Games.
That is an awful lot. I mean, that resume is stunning. I mean, it is great. How do you what does it take to get that kind of resume together in the industry? That is a great reputation to have.
Perseverance. It takes a lot of perseverance. This industry is so fun and so fascinating, but it's also hard. You grow up in this life and you don't live the typical life. You don't have weekends with your friends. You don't have a lot of free time, really. I mean, I love my business, but my business also loves my life. So it's a process. And so I think perseverance is the biggest keyword I would use what's it take to get here.
Yeah. Yeah. Now with your restaurant, you guys have been through a lot, I mean, especially in the last couple of years. What is happening right now with the restaurant?
We've been very blessed to still continue to grow our business. So when I first took over ownership of 600, we added our patio addition. Right before COVID, we opened a whole event space. So we have Bellefontaine events and wine room. But honestly, that was a saving grace through the pandemic, because while we were limited dining, we were able to put up partitions between our booths and use our booths accordingly. But the every other table aspect, we used our event as overflow. So we actually never once lost seating capacity. We are at 100% capacity at all times using that space. So
absolutely. Really,
it came in clutch.
Yeah.
And we're pizza people, so delivery, carry out, that was our jam from the get-go.
Yeah.
So it was never really the thing we struggled with most and still continue to struggle with is what everybody's struggling, and that's staffing.
Yeah. So let's talk about that with staffing. We actually have heard that a lot right in the last 2 days as we've been talking to people either out there or even on the podcast. What are some of your pain points with staffing, and how are you addressing those as an operator?
I think the biggest pain point, especially right now, is trying to make sure as living wages are living pay is increasing. It takes so much to live now. But our supply chain's also very weak right now, and so you're seeing increases in both sides, whether it be labor and food cost, and trying to maintain perfect margins, doing menu increases, incrementing those to where it's not just $50 for a pizza. Yeah. But really that's where you're almost at, to try to be able to afford $15, $16 an hour to pay these people good wages and also keep your supply chains coming.
Yeah, so it seems like a kind of a perfect storm happening right now with the labor and the supply chain and gas prices, and which also affect the supply chain. So how are you keeping your sanity is really the question I want to know.
There has to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and I tell myself that all the time. I luckily enjoy the business. I enjoy working in it and making pizza, and it's kind of my comfort zone. I've been doing it all my life. I've never had another job. So I just keep on remembering things will get better. They have to get better. We can't be in this thing forever. The pandemic's coming and going. We don't know right now. Yeah. But it
depends on where you're at in the country, whether it exists still or still,
it's a
doing its thing.
Point, but it's not in our neighborhood. So we've gotten through that part, and so this part shall too pass.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I just try to stay positive about it. Yeah. I mean, we've done this for so long, and I remember when there was a flour crisis way back in 2008.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah,
it passed, and this too shall. So.
That's a good way to put it. Now, you're talking about your event space. Now that you're able to have a lot of bodies into your restaurant, how are you able to utilize your event space now? Are you doing a lot of events? And, what are you...
We are doing, a lot of people want smaller weddings now. COVID retrained people's brains. Okay. So, we're doing a lot of small weddings. We're doing wedding showers, but we also very much utilize that space as overflow. We joined Open Table, I think, 4 years ago, and our reservation base has grown so far. Oh, wow. So it's typical for us on Saturdays to sit over 300 tables. So to be able to keep that turning and that process going, we use that space. Yeah. So it's been a very beneficial.
Very beneficial. All right. Well, we're at a very packed Pizza Expo. Yeah. It's great to see the show floor so full.
Yes.
So the one question I'll ask you is, as you've been around on the show floor, what's top of mind for you? What are you looking for? Not so much companies, but what are you looking for out there on the show floor?
I think the biggest thing I look for on the show floor is really connecting with my vendors, like my individual vendors.
Okay.
I see my primary vendor all the time, but there's so many little companies.
Okay.
And like seeing their faces and be able to talk shop with them and learn new ideas from them, what I can do with their product. Like Corto fed me salt and olive oil and ice cream today, so
I need to get over there.
And Corto, we actually just did a Women in Pizza event with them on Zoom.
Yes.
And they did food pairings with us, and sparking interest for my menu. Like I love those type of events where I can just learn new ways to use my products.
Yeah.
So
now, how about the competition areas? Because 5-time champion, you get your, what's that area been like for you this time?
I love supporting our people, but every time I'm back there, I miss it so much. Like I put myself in retirement like 5 years ago and let the boys start competing.
Yeah.
But watching it and like that energy, I miss it a lot.
Yeah.
It's really good seeing a lot more women come out to do it.
Are you coaching people right now? Are you working with anyone?
I definitely work within my staff. We actually have a kid who joined us about a year ago who's very, very interested. So when I get back into town next Monday, we have our first training with him. So I'm really excited to get my hands in there again.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe next year I will be out there.
Oh, wow. She's going to bring herself out of retirement. You heard that here, everyone.
Yes,
you heard that here.
You heard it first, but I missed it a lot.
Yeah, I got you. How about with education? What are the things you really want to learn or grow through while you're here?
I think one of the biggest things for me, and I'm very blessed to have worked for a single operator and be a single operator.
Yes.
But learning stuff outside of my box. Like, I only know what I know. Exactly. And so being able to talk shop with so many other pizza people and vendors and my team, like there's so much new ideas, or it's even something that I might have already known, but it's been back there. Yeah. And it like re-sparked it, and how I can reintroduce it into my store to make me that much better at what I'm doing.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. So, I'll close it out on this. What are you looking forward to in the coming year with your restaurant?
Continued growth and continued success. We have been very blessed, and it's been about a 20% increase year over year. Wow! And so I'm looking forward to what that next 20% looks like.
Well, I wish you all the luck in the world with
Thank
it,
you so
and
much.
have a great rest of your show. Today is going to be exciting because we have the World Pizza Games finals to watch tonight, so it's going to be great.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Bacio is celebrating its 10-year anniversary, a decade of exceptional Italian pizza cheese, unmatched consistency, and partners that have become family. If you haven't had the chance to try it, purchase Bacio today and enroll in the Gold Club to receive cash back for every pound you buy. That's right, get rewarded for every single pound of cheese purchased. Schedule a demonstration at baciocheese.com/hotslice to learn more. Pizza is your legacy. Build it with Bacio. Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide.
My name is Leah Scurto. I own and operate PizzaLeah in Windsor, California. I've been in the pizza industry for 25 years. Opened my restaurant in 2020, but been making pizzas my whole life.
So, Leah, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for letting me grab you off the show floor and come up and talk to us. So we've had you on the podcast before, and we talked about the business, and we kind of talked a little bit about how it was kind of hard to get staffing, and that's kind of turned around for you a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely turned around. People are out looking for jobs again, which is awesome. Yeah. I still have trouble staffing Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nobody wants to work Sunday. But I guess neither do I. So.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to work Sunday either, so I get it.
But it's a restaurant, and we're already closed on Monday. Mm-hmm. I'd love at some point to try to get open 7 days a week. Yeah. But I don't want to add an extra work day for myself. So
Yeah.
the goal would be to figure out how to do that without me having to be there.
Yeah. And I know when we talked to you last time, you were talking about how you're really trying to work on, having that divide between yourself and not working your restaurant and more working on your restaurant. Have you been able to kind of figure out that balance? Are you still working on that balance?
It's still a work in progress, but I've definitely made leaps and bounds since last time we talked, because I fully staffed up.
Okay.
And at this point, which is amazing, like my staff actively kicks me out of the kitchen.
I love that.
Which was
amazing.
the goal. Yeah. If my staff is like, no, get out of here, I got it.
We got it.
Then I feel great.
Yeah.
So I've definitely had more time to work on the things I wanted to work on. They don't need me that much anymore, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
I've been cross-training a lot of the employees. I have a solid management staff set up at this point, trying to work on promoting one of them to an actual GM.
Do you have a GM right now? Or
I don't.
You're looking to fill that void?
I'm looking to fill that void, exactly. I've had a couple of offers on new locations. People want me, but I can't do that unless I have a general manager who is pretty much solely in charge. Because if I have two, I need to split my time between the two. And I need, somebody solid in both locations.
Yeah.
So.
And I know I was just talking to operators about the GM position and how vital that is to your operation. It can make or break your entire business having a GM. What are you looking for in your GM?
I need somebody who's versatile, somebody who can kind of work through every position so they don't get run over by the staff because I've seen that happen. You can't fire me. You can't send me home. You don't know how to do my job.
Be a buddy. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But also somebody who, I like to create a family. So it's kind of about somebody who can help create and maintain the culture of the restaurant that I've built. So I don't want to hire outside. I'd like to promote from within, ideally. My couple of my candidates that I'm looking at are great candidates, but one of them's got a kid and she's not sure she can give the time. So I'm just trying to ease it in slowly and see how we can make it happen. And I'm happy to work with them. Whatever it is, I'm like, that's great. We all got lives. One of the things with the actual culture of my restaurant is I'm trying to change the culture of the restaurant industry.
Wow.
Right?
So that's a challenge.
It's a challenge, but I am really focused on, we all have lives. Work shouldn't be the one and only thing you focus on.
Yes, absolutely.
You have a kid, that's important. You have a family, that's important. You have friends, that's important. We all want to live our lives and work our jobs. And I want to encourage that work-life balance. And I think, some people are like, well, isn't that going to be detrimental to the restaurant? But not really. If your employees are happy and they can take time off when they need to time off and they can go on vacation and they can take care of their families at the same time, then you actually get more out of them when they're at the restaurant.
Yes.
So that's really what I'm trying to create.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk Pizza Expo. So we're actually overlooking this massive show floor right now.
It's awesome.
It is hopping. I gotta tell you, it's hopping with people out there. So what are some of the things that you are looking for at the show as you, what are those, technologies or new things that you're actively looking for at this show?
So my focus is, what can I find here to make operations smoother and easier?
Okay.
So, and one of those things is, and I know it's a long way off because of the supply chain still not being what it needs to be, but I need to find printed pizza boxes.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Right now we stamp our boxes, and that's
time consuming
forever
and a lot of labor.
Yeah, and a lot of labor. But I like to have my logo and the brand recognition on the box, so we do that because I haven't been able to get printed boxes. But I really that's a focus of mine when I want to figure that out.
Yeah.
See if there's any sort of equipment that can make prep easier.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I still want to make everything from hand. I'm not looking for dough presses or sheeters or anything like that. But
Some way to automate a little bit of the process.
Yeah, and even if it's learning like a new Roku attachment or something like that to help prep go by quicker. Yeah, anything like that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, and how about from an education standpoint? What are you wanting to take away from some of the sessions or your interaction with fellow pizzeria operators?
I definitely want to make it to Laura's Roman demo.
Oh, Roman! Oh, it's so good. We finally have a Roman style pizzeria in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, shoot! Really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Nice.
It's great. So Roman, are you looking to add Roman? Possibly?
Not necessarily, but I'm always looking to learn as much as I can about different styles of pizza. I feel like I'm pretty versatile, but I don't know anything about Roman style, really. Yeah. I mean, I know something about it, but I know I like it. I know I like it. Exactly, but I've never really gotten my hands into it.
That easy, digestible, I think that's something the market is looking for, and that's why we kind of tapped it as, one of those emerging trends for the last couple of years, because we've seen Roman growing, like people actually focusing an entire pizzeria on Roman style. Yeah. Pinza is another one I keep hearing a lot about. And it's one of those highly digestible pizzas as well. Yes. And so you will see some Pinza out there on the show floor, and you'll hear a little bit about that too. We do not have a demo for that one, though, yet. Yet.
There's a great restaurant in San Francisco, Montesacro. I can't remember the name exactly, but they do
Dynamite
pizza.
Okay.
It's unreal.
Excellent.
And they've been around for a little while, but it's something I haven't really learned how to replicate or anything.
Yeah. Now we're sitting here, it's March right now, and I'm not sure when this will air, but what are you looking forward to in the next maybe coming year with your restaurant?
Just expanding and growing on, getting more people. We're finally in California, more people are dining in. And we've actually been making less pizzas per night, but increased our sales. Okay. Because people are dining in, less takeout, sitting around drinking a bottle of wine, having a couple of beers, eating some appetizers. So I'm really looking forward to, for a long time I was like, I don't think the restaurant will ever be what I intended it to be. And now I'm kind of seeing a little bit of a light. Like, oh, wow.
Well, maybe it's working.
Maybe it could be. Yeah. Maybe we can gear back towards focus on dine-in.
Yeah, we're seeing that, definitely.
Dropping a couple of the original small plates back onto my menu would be really awesome.
Yeah, I get you. Well, thank you so much for coming onto the show. We really appreciate it, and have a great rest of your Pizza Expo. It's such a great year.
Thanks. Appreciate you having me.